Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Ragna's Powers. This is part 14, and the last part they begin the sports festival with Izuku winning the obstacle course race. And soon now, the Calvary battle begins with everyone coming for his throat. And that said, let's get into this. As everyone begins preparing for teams, Izuku, only has one person on his team. And I think you guys can guess on who that one person is. And those who give up, it's Jin. As he's saying, of all the goddamn people, why does it always have to be you, Jin? As Jin saying, come on now, brother. I mean, think of it. No other person is strong enough to help you out, and is equal enough in strength, skill, and smarts to support you, don't you think? As skill, maybe. Strength, so what? And smarts, hell the goddamn no. Feeling, even though I've shown off my quirk, it's still seen as a villainized quirk to some people, even to my own classmates. Of course, I'm not going to aim Midoriya, as he's saying, hey Jirou, and wait, Jirou, what are you doing here? As she's saying, well, I've come to help you out. Isn't there, can I not? As he's saying, well, I appreciate it, but I'm surprised. Wouldn't you want to be with another team? He's saying, dude, I've seen your quirk, and to be honest, it's pretty. If I'm going to be honest, I'd rather be with a team that I know will demolish everyone else's. And even your brother Jin is a lot more capable than expected, since he got second place after all. As Jin saying, you are wise, Jirou, to be with a team that actually matters. As soon after Izuku punching him right in the gut, as Jin goes to the ground saying, thanks, Kyoka. I really do appreciate it a lot. And now, all I need is another teammate. But who else would? As he begins thinking, he sees Ochako soon walking up to him and says, bingo. As he walks up to Ochako, Kyoka soon asks, hey, Jin? And saying, yes, you can call me Jin. I lived in the West for so long, people have called me by my first name more than my last. As he's saying, okay. Hey, do you think Midoriya likes Uraraka? As Jin saying, why does that matter? Do you like my brother? If so, you're out of his league. As, how do you know that? As saying, look at him. He may look like a villain, and he may sometimes talk like one, but deep down, he's actually the kindest, sweetest, and nicest person that you would ever meet in your life. I know, because it's all true. But what if I do? What, you still think he's out of my league? As he says, well, of course, I'm his brother, so I do know. But if he does like you, I would approve, seeing how you do bring out the best in him from time to time. The same also goes for Uraraka, after all. She does the same. I can tell Uraraka has a great respect for my brother, and knows that he's actually a kind and sweet person. She doesn't look at him. She doesn't look at the person that people think he is, and realize what he is deep down. But if I'm going to be honest, all I want is for my brother to be happy, and no longer treated like a monster that I know he isn't. You know, Jin, I pegged you as somebody who is obsessed with his brother and doesn't give a damn about anyone else. But that's not the case, is it? Actually, all you want is for your brother to just finally find happiness. as isn't that what any younger brother wants for their older brother? As Izuku soon walks over with Ochako saying, well, we got our team. And I already got the formation already down. As they wonder what's it gonna be. For the horse, the front will be Kyoka actually. So due to her earphone jack, even though she isn't really strong and has quite a bit of durability with her earphone jack quirk, she's able to sneak up on certain people while helping them keep their distance. As for Ochako, she will be the top actually, using her quirk to help them all float, with both Izuku and Jin being the back. Jin using his Yuki-Anasa for offensive attacks, and Izuku using Soul Eater to defend people. But he has to be on the right side since his quirk is strongest on the right side, and it would take forever for it to completely manifest on his left after all. With that said, all the teams are ready to go. With some teams while being a little bit different, which I will explain later on in the video as the Calvary battle begins. With many teams going after Izuku's team, as Izuku basically gives out orders telling them to just keep moving forward, as he begins swarming them, as their entire team begins being swarmed into darkness. The reason being he creates a giant monster that defends them from all attacks and looks quite intimidating in the process to some extent. As long as Izuku can concentrate, he's able to keep them all sheltered, while also helping out both Kyoka C while Ochako in the front. And the same goes for Jin and Ochako too. Soon after, Jin begins creating small ice floors around them, keep making sure that the teams slip up and fall down, so they'll be unable to get back up. Because just like Midnight said, if the head of the horse ever falls, they're already disqualified, as a couple of teams have already been knocked out that tried to come after Izuku's team, thanks to Jin's Yuki-Anasa. However, the two people that become the most annoying still being Shoto and Bakugo, as Bakugo saying, "No hard feelings, Deku, but I don't plan on losing to you again." As Izuku saying, "The saying goes for me, Kachan, I don't plan on losing too. And to be honest, if you lose to me again, this will be your third loss. Just saying." As he begins getting pissed off. "Oh, you want to talk shit, nerd? Fine then. How about you eat shit instead?" As Bakugo's team rushes at Izuku, as he knew that this would happen, and was about to hit them, jumps into the air and realizing, "What the hell? Why the hell is that idiot?" And was going to hit them with a full-on explosion, as Izuku creates multiple blades from the shield, from the dark shield around them. And Bakugo sees this saying, "Damn it!" As Sero brings him back to his team. The next one being Shoto, of course, as he slowly began racking up points throughout the event before heading after Izuku, and now feels like he's ready to take him on, with his team still being the same, being with Ida, Momo, and Kaminari. Izuku realized, damn, of course Todoroki would come after us last. Most likely he'll probably get second place, or at least third, or at least try third. But he's definitely not going to let us go anytime soon. As Hyoka saying, so what do we do? As Jin saying, I can create multiple ice blades swarming around us. As Izuku saying, are you really trying to kill them, or do you just want to piss me off with just by thinking that? As Jin saying, sorry, it's just an idea I had. As Izuku thinks, I think I got somewhat of an idea, but you might not, but Uraka, you might not like it. As she begins thinking, I trust you, Deku. I believe in you. As Izuku said, alright. For a split second, I'll tell you when to use your quirk. As Shoto's team begins rushing at Izuku at full speed. He hasn't used his reciprocal burst yet. As he thinks, alright, we'll take him down. I'll encase them in ice, but knowing the younger Midoriya, he'll most likely cut it down with his sword. I'll make the ice even colder and harder than the one before, making him off guard. As Momo thinks it's a good idea, with Kaminari using his electricity to paralyze them and keep them still while he takes the points. As they start their plan, they're soon covered in ice. As Jin cuts down one wall, another wall takes its place, even stronger, and doesn't have the time to create a stronger blade. Soon after, Kaminari uses his electricity, as Momo covers them in a tarp that doesn't conduct electricity. Kaminari lets go, as Izuku saying, Uraka now! As she soon activates her quirk, allowing all of them to float as they all stick together with Izuku's wrapping around them, still holding on to Ochako while she's floating in the air. As everyone sees this, even Shoto thinking, wait, but how? As while they're flying, both Izuku and Jin began creating their own wings, with Jin creating an ice wing and Izuku creating his own wing, as he hasn't activated the Blazblue, but just to make it look like he is flying. But instead, he basically uses all the remaining darkness around him to cover their feet, while he tells Ochako to release her quirk. As she releases it, they begin falling. As soon after, they begin thinking that they're going to crash. However, while they're landing, Izuku's darkness keeps them safe and together in the process. As they soon realize, thanks, Midoriya. You know, your darkness is really, really easy to manipulate. As saying, I've always done that. Besides creating offensive capabilities, I've done defensive stuff too. Seriously, it's like people think that I'm just a living weapon. As Hyoka saying, oh, sorry. After that, Ochako soon saying, you're really awesome, Deku. Thanks. And he asks, you doing okay, Uraka? You needed time to take a breather? As she's saying, just a little, but I'll be ready. I'm still ready to go. As soon after, Ida began rushing at them with the reciprocal burst before they could even start moving. As for a split second, Izuku's instincts soon kicked in, as a voice in his head saying, create your darkness behind you. As he actually does instinctively. And then a giant monster head that he created stopped Ida in their tracks. As soon after they realized, how? When did he? That's my fastest speed. As they soon realized, Midoriya, what are you? As he lets down their darkness, and they see that Ida and Todoroki's team are behind him. As Izuku says, run now! Soon after, as they keep on keeping their distance from everybody, they soon won the Calvary battle, with them still taking first place, with Shoto's team taking second, third place being Bakugo's, and fourth place being just like Shinso's, but with a different team roster, that being Makoto, Bullet, and a guy by the name of Naoto Kurogane is from Blazblue as well, as he soon thinks, wow, your plan really did work, Shinso. Nice. Is saying, and you had doubts about me. Yeah, I guess I did somewhat. As soon Makoto realized, I am so confused right now. As Bullet is pissed. You controlled me, damn it! As Shinso saying, pleasure doing business with you, Hero Course students. As Bullet getting so pissed and soon collapsed on the ground, saying, he used me, damn it. After that, as midnight begins, congratulating those who won and ready for the next event. Before she could announce what it is, Bullet soon raises her hand up and says that she resigns from the sports festival. As Izuku sees this and walks over to Bullet saying, Bullet, are you insane? You got this far. Why would you give that up now? As she says, I didn't make it this far on my own skills. I was being controlled by him. As she soon points at Shinso, as Naoto, who was right next to him, basically scoots over for a bit and tries not to get in the crossfire, as saying, wait, are you telling me he has a mind control quirk? As someone like that? And she tells them yes, and because of that, I feel like I didn't earn my spot. It goes against everything that I've learned just to be used by somebody else without even making it my own techniques. So that's why I'm leaving out of here. As soon as Makoto thinks, but even so, this is the sports festival. You'll lose a chance to actually get get a scholarship. Don't you think that's your pride it's my pride that makes me the kind of hero I want to be. And just being used by somebody else isn't what a hero should be. As Izuku hears those words and saying, I get it, Bullet. It's stubborn, but I understand how you feel. I truly do. It goes against your own principles. And I was really looking forward to fighting you one-on-one. As Bullet soon basically turns around, as Izuku basically said, wait, Bullet, wait! As Kyoka feeling like there's a sharp pain in her chest, and she doesn't know why there is. As soon after that, Midnight allows this, and still, as the sports festival still goes on as planned, as Izuku runs to her saying, come on, Bullet, I know how you feel, I really do. As she's saying, you're still here. You used your own abilities and your own skills to make it this far. while I was being mind controlled by somebody with a villain quirk, as he cuts her off saying, that's not... Look, I'm not saying what he did was right, but it was his quirk. He had to use what advantage he could to get this far. As somebody who also has a villain quirk, I can understand that. But again, I really did want to fight you. And I really didn't want you giving up. Because fighting you would have been the only way I could have said thank you for helping me during training. As Bullet saying, thank you, Midoriya. You know, you really are kind. And to be honest, I really do hope you win the sports festival. I don't really care about anything else. As she soon walks off, as Izuku saying, I will win. Not just for you, not just for myself anymore, but for you as well, as a friend and fellow Hero Course student. As she soon turns around with tears in her eyes, saying, thank you, Izuku. As soon after, he heads back out there, as he soon sees his name on a pole with everyone as his first opponent being Shinso. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And also like and subscribe, which helps out my channel a lot. And I hope to see you guys next time. This is Mooky, signing out. Later.